Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be giving you a quick settings guide for every single setting in the game called Deceive Inc. Now, if you're from my channel and you don't know much about this game, it came out about 4 months ago. It's an FPS shooter and I think it has a lot of potential. It's more of like it kind of reminds me of like TF2 mixed with like Overwatch. It's kind of a battle royale mixed with those games in my opinion. It's really fun and I think it has a lot of potential. If you guys have played this and or you want to see more of the gameplay on my channel, let me know. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the settings guide. In the top right, we're going to click the settings wheel. I know you can't see it, but first we're going to be doing the general tab. And so basically the most important thing on this tab before I go through everything else is matchmaking server region needs to be best latency only. Now this was giving me some problems initially. It's like worldwide to start, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why that would be the default. So you want to change this to best latency only. This just means you're going to get the best ping possible. That's the servers you're going to connect to. So now going through the rest of this, click your language, obviously, whatever it is. Gameplay tips I like to have on, especially if you're newer. These two are only for Razer Chroma support. Subtitles, why not? If you like to read, if you kind of like to care about what the characters are saying or not. Hide player names, and anonymized player name can be good if you're streaming and you don't want to, get in trouble with Twitch or anything from people's offensive names. And lastly, profile visibility is private by default. I always keep mine public because I don't really care. So next is going to be the controls tab. So basically the most important thing is sensitivity. You guys can do a sensitivity conversion calculator, like FPS converter, FPS sensitivity converter.com or whatever, and you can put your Valorant sensitivity in and then get this one out. Now I have all these the same because it's kind of weird to me to have it different. So yeah, I think for me what I do is I do a full 360 and I like to go a little bit more than a full 360, so like 400 degrees, maybe 420 degrees, and this is the sensitivity that does that for me. You guys can do the same thing. Now if you play on controller, I haven't touched these, you can do the same thing. It might be a little bit different to set that up. These are also controller settings. Most of you are probably going to be playing on mouse and keyboard. And down here we have toggle. I prefer to have hold for all of these. I'm not sure what nav mode is. That's probably like spectating. But for crouch and run, I like to have these on hold, meaning I like to hold them in order to use them, and when I let go, I like for it to continue or to stop. So for the next tab we have graphics. Graphics are obviously very important. You obviously want to have the resolution that you want. This is pretty default. I think it just takes your normal monitor's resolution. And target frame rate I like to have on 244 or unlimited, depending on what you want. The reason I would prefer 244 over unlimited is because if you click unlimited, a lot of times there's going to be some jumping, a little bit of lag. So 244 gives your PC a bit of a number to work with. Graphics preset, definitely low for a game like this, a competitive FPS shooter. You want to have on low. Full screen, pretty typical. You could go window full screen depending on if you want to do that. VSync I have on, but that's because we're going for 244 hertz. You could turn this off, but it doesn't matter too much. So next, resolution scale 100. Field of view 105. This actually goes up to 110 this game, which is a bit unusual. I like to keep it on 105-ish. You can turn it all the way up, and it can give you some slight advantages or some pretty strong advantages. Honestly, it basically means you have a wider field of view. Enable NVIDIA DLSS. I just researched this. I don't know if this is best thing to do for performance, but I have this on, and for balanced you can also turn it on and then ultra performance or quality, so I'm doing balanced. And then I also have DX12 enabled. This should also slightly improve your frames, and I'm not sure what this is. Enable Intel XeSS. Maybe some of you guys can type what that is in the comments. Portrait animations, I have this off. We can turn this on, honestly. Again, I'm very new to this game, so I don't know what a lot of this stuff means. Color blindness filters. This is if you're colorblind, obviously. And last but not least, you have the sound for all of this stuff. The only thing that I've changed is the music volume. The music is actually very lovely in this game. It's really nice. But I would highly recommend turning that down. And doing as you like. Next, I want to show you guys all my inputs, and this will be it. So, WASD, sprint, left shift. I haven't changed much. Spacebar, jump. Crouch, left control, remember this is to hold, not tapping. Interact is just E, pretty typical. Equipment primary action is left click and then right click, this is also pretty normal. Expertise is F, so this is like your, you know, kind of your main ability. Melee attack, I changed this from V to mouse button 4, the button on the side of my mouse. So change this to whatever you're used to meleeing with. Equip weapon, just 1. Equip first gadget, 2. Equip second gadget, 3. This is very common. This is just kind of like, almost kind of like your abilities from any game. So reload or recycle gadget are pretty typical. Nav mode, I have never... Oh yeah, nav mode, this is where you basically go in and you can like click stuff and track stuff in the game in order to know where you're going. Calling card selection, never used that actually. So contextual marker, I'm actually going to go ahead and change this to Z because that's what it is in Valorant for me. This is just, you know, this is just a ping. So you can use scroll wheels to go up and down. Redeployment is tab. That's if you want to change your character and stuff. Push to talk is G by default, but I changed it to V. That's what I've always used. So, you know, put whatever you want for push to talk here. And then last but not least over here, guys, I forgot to mention the push to talk, voice chat push to talk. You want that on, then you want auto team chat. I think these are both on by default, but just if you're having problems with voice chat, this might be why. Make sure you also have the correct input and output devices, especially if you have multiple options. It could be kind of messing you up. Oh, actually, I do need to change this to here. So this is good that I caught this, right? Because I'm not using the right... That's probably why people aren't talking to me. Because it's hard for them to hear me. Anyways, so this is... you know, I'm very new to this game. You see, in total, I have about 1 hour of playtime. I really like this guy. He's almost kind of like Reyna. And next, I'm probably going to be getting this character here because he has smoke.
Remind me,
invisibility.
What do I
really cool.
get out of this?
And I really don't know what all the characters do, to be honest. But this game, it's just so nice to be nice and refreshing to be able to play a game where you feel like you're kind of really just into it. You know, like you just kind of you feel like this is a game you can get addicted to really easily, and it's not like it's a burden to play. So that's nice. That's all, guys. If you're not into this game, that's okay. Just don't shit on me for wanting to play this game. You know, at least try to support me a little bit. And anyways, guys, hopefully this guide was helpful. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe for more content. And see you guys in the next video. Peace.